Hey guys, welcome to Worship Wednesday. We are going to be putting a video out each week with a song and a devotional just to encourage you and, build you up. Keep your mind fixed on the Lord and His truth and His promises. So today's song is We Praise You, and it's by Matt Redman and Brandon Lake. There's obviously a spirit of fear in our nation right now, a spirit of anxiety of what's going to happen, what's going on with this coronavirus. I remember a story. I'll just share a story. I remember, over a year ago now, my daughter was admitted to the hospital because of breathing issues and RSV and pneumonia stuff. My wife was on her way from Austin to Katy, where we lived at the time, and she noticed my daughter wasn't breathing well. She started rushing to the hospital because her breath was over 80 breaths a minute, and for her age, half of that is the regular. So she's rushing to the hospital. She finally gets there. They put tubes in her, oxygen, IV. The doctor comes in and says, after they've done some tests, and says, it looks like she has pneumonia in her right lungs. We're going to send you to downtown Houston where they can better help you. So, okay, we're like, oh, this is pretty serious. So they ended up calling an ambulance, and they took my 3-month-old little baby girl, and it's you don't ever want to see your baby girl put on a stretcher. That's just an awful sight to see her being lifted and put on a stretcher, carried out, put in the back of an ambulance, and them driving off with her and my wife to downtown Houston. I remember getting in my car that night, and the first thing that happened was my face just collapsed on the steering wheel, and I wept. I was so scared. It was really tough. And I remember the first thing I did was I called for prayer. And Brent, our lead pastor, was actually one of those people who I called and just asked for prayer. And as I'm driving to the hospital downtown, I'm just talking to the Lord, like, Lord, I don't understand this. I am scared. I'm nervous. I don't know what to do. But as my prayers went on, and as it just kind of morphed into worship, and He began to change my perspective and remind me that He's with me, that He's for me, that He reigns over me and over the situation, and that this doesn't surprise Him. And I'd say the same thing. Coronavirus, all these things happening in our world, they don't surprise God. He's not taken off guard. It doesn't mess any of His plans up, because He still reigns on His throne. And if He reigns, that means these things are under His submission. And that God can use things, the coronavirus, He can use it for His good, for the good of those that love Him and are called according to His purposes and for His glory. My daughter's fine. She's with us. Doctors helped her. But I hope this song encourages you and blesses you today.
Let praise be a weapon that silences the enemy. Let praise be a weapon that conquers all anxiety. Let it rise. Let praise arise. We sing your name in the dark, and it changes everything. We sing with all we are, and we claim your victory. Let it rise. Let praise arise. We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. The God of breakthroughs on our side. Forever lift Him high. With all creation cry, God, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, let faith be the song that overcomes the raging sea. Let faith be the song that calms the storm inside of me. Let it rise. Let faith arise. Let it rise. We'll see you break down every wall. We'll watch the giants fall. Fear cannot survive when we praise you. No, the God of breakthroughs on our side. Forever lift him high. With all creation cry, God, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, we praise you. Oh, yes, we praise you, God, for who you are and what you've done for us. Highest praise, highest praise, highest praise is lifted up to you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise you. This is what living looks like. This is what freedom feels like. This is what heaven sounds like. We praise you, we praise the God of breakthroughs on our side. Oh, forever lift him high. With all creation cry.